Hey everyone, Robbie here with Splash Painting. So we are spraying ceilings today. Let's kind of show you the work that we're doing here. We did the brick wall too, and we are doing the ceilings, but I want to show you something to save on your back and just time. Obviously, having an extension pole is probably the best way to go when you're dealing with this, but you want to make sure you have a regulator on your sprayer. For those of you that don't know what it is, basically what it is, when you have a pole and you're spraying, it will spit on you no matter what the tip is. We're using the Tyne HEA 515 tip on here. But what this regulator does is it actually keeps the pressure here at the tip of the spray gun instead of down here where the pressure would normally stay. So it doesn't matter if you're using a 3-foot tip. I mean, I'll show you whatever, because we have a 5-foot tip or a wand. We even have the hide wand. But whenever the hide wand has a pressure regulator in it, so you don't necessarily need it for that, but if you are finding that you're getting weird spits, and what I mean by that is when you're shooting your gun and after you release the trigger, when you're not spraying, it just shoots out on that wall because it'll leave like a glob on there. That's what this is for. Now these can be picked up at almost any of your spray stores. If your spray store does not have it, Amazon has it. You can actually try paintersolutions.com as well. They may have it, and if they don't, just get them to get that for you. It's a must-have tool. Even on our 2-foot wands, we still use them just because with exteriors and wanting that nice, clean, crisp look, you're gonna want that. And I know that we're in a new construction building. This floor is probably 60 years old that we're spraying above head, but it's still getting coverage and it's not spitting anywhere. So, you know, whatever the wand sizes you're doing, make sure you get your regulator. I didn't even know that they made a regulator until about a year ago, but it's completely entirely saved a lot of our time and back, because the cool thing about this regulator that I've seen with almost every regulator is it swivels. But not only does it swivel, it actually swivels 2 different ways, if you can tell by that. So I can swivel this multiple ways for better functionality, and I'm only 5'9", on a good day 5'10", but I'm able to hit the ceilings without having to have get on a ladder. Now I do have to get on a ladder because there's some lights and stuff, but for the majority of the open space stuff, I don't have to get on a ladder. I can actually cut this corner right here and get it completed on my feet. So I save my wear and tear moving up a ladder. I save, you know, my body and my back because I'm not having to spin backwards. I can actually just go in a full circle and get the whole area that we're doing. So next time you're getting ready to spray, or if you do spray a lot, whether you're a DIYer or a professional or a semi-professional, whatever it is you do, and you're spraying, you've noticed you've gotten spit strings, go get a regulator. If you have any other questions, you can find me on Instagram at _painting. I'll answer that question. I can actually send you a link of where you can purchase that at. I think mine was $75. I'm not sure what the cost is actually on them, but because that was a year ago, it may have changed. They may have different ones out. I'm actually going to be getting a new one because it's nice to have 2 of them. With us running 2 guns, it's important that you have it on both because that pressure is going to be kept just perfect. And one thing that we do, if I can show you on here, is we have a pressure gauge. Now, with the HEA tips, we're only supposed to be shooting at 1,000 PSI. But when you add a wand, you have to adjust your PSI by raising it because you're pushing that pressure farther out than what the gun is typically, or what the specs are for that gun and that machine are to have. So adjust your pressure, make sure you have a wall. Obviously have a new drywall here we sprayed, you know, because we're just doing white anyways. So it's not gonna do anything to the damage of the sheen or the mutters or doing any of that. So if that's not the case, get a piece of drywall, a 4x4, or even a piece of plywood, so that way you can practice your pressure on there, make sure it's gun. And when you're doing your pressure, you want to make sure you don't get finger marks. If you're getting finger marks, your pressure is either way too high or way too low, or you've blown a tip. So my big suggestion would be not only get the regulator, make sure you get the HEA tips from Titan. Graco even has them too, the FFLP tips. In my opinion, they're both the same. There's not a difference. It's, do you like a Chevy, or do you like a Ford? Do you like red, or do you like blue, or do you like green, or do you like yellow? They have just different color tips. You know, competition is however you want to take it. But anyways, Make sure you like and subscribe, comment. If you want to see a video of this, I'll do a live video of this as well so you can see it. But y'all have a great day, and don't forget, follow my Instagram page, _painting, for more tips and do's.